Well, good afternoon. This is Ken Ham, and I'm here at the Answers in Genesis office in Northern Kentucky. I'm the president and CEO of Answers in Genesis Creation Museum in the Ark Encounter. Actually, I'm in our research library, and I have a very special guest I want you to meet. His name is Dan. He's our lead designer for our award-winning Answers magazine. We're going to talk about that in a moment because we've done a total redesign. Well, you've done the total redesign.
Yeah, it's looking good.
And we'll talk about that here in a moment. I'm in our library. Actually, we have a research library here, and you don't want to get caught in there when you're turning this around, of course, and going the wrong direction. But we have thousands of volumes of books. We actually have a full-time librarian. And you see all these magazines here. Of course, we have electronic magazines and books as well, and our staff can check these out and use them for writing, use them for looking at all sorts of items for their research and so on. And we see, oh, look up here. Look what I have found right up here. This is an award-winning magazine. I think it has around 70,000 subscribers.
Right.
And it's the leading creationist apologetics worldview magazine in the world.
Yeah.
And Dan is the lead designer on that.
And it's going to be better than ever next issue because we're getting a whole new look, whole new design, and we're really excited about it.
And Dan, we'll go to your desk and have a look. We're going to have a sneak peek at the coming Answers magazine,
Yeah.
and some of the articles and some of the redesign, and people can ask some questions about the magazine too and about some of the coming articles. But recently it just won some awards again.
Yeah, we won several awards. We won a couple awards for some of the articles that we had and the content of the articles. Won a couple awards for the design and things like that. So every year we're lucky enough to win a handful of awards and recognized among other Christian publications of all different sorts.
In fact, as we walk out here, and we'll go to your office so we can see the redesign and what's happening, we'll go past some of the awards that we've won in the ministry. Not all of them, but just some of them. So let's do that. So let's go out here and come out of our library. And as we go down the hallway here, we have a nice case here. This doesn't have all of our awards in here, and this is not just for the magazine. This is for all sorts of aspects of the ministry. We have a lot of other awards. We need to put up some more cases, and it just shows how professional our staff are, first class they are, the amount of detail they put into everything, the quality, the awards that we have won in many different areas. It really is a reflection of the staff that we have here at the ministry. So Dan, let's walk down to your office. We're here in the offices. We have quite a number of staff that work through here, different offices, open areas, graphic designers, a computer, programmers, web programmers, all sorts of different people. So I'll let you lead us into your office here. And so let's come in here. And I want you to walk us through some of the redesign you've done on the Answers magazine and some of the coming articles.
Yeah, so the sum of it is this is where the magic happens. So at least that's what I like to think. Yeah, you'll notice even our last issue is this monkey on the cover. Here's the newer issue, completely different redesigned cover.
Let me have a look at that. Oh, it does. It looks very, very different.
Yeah, we're bringing everything up to date. That's one thing that we're doing. And then we've also designed the interior of the magazine, broken it down so it's going to be easy to read, a lot of variety of articles, keeping all of the same stuff that readers love, giving them even more of that, shorter things, easier to read things.
By the way, I was just noticing on the cover here, this looks like the clothing that Noah is going to wear in the ark.
Yeah, we actually photographed that from a video shoot that is going to be appearing in the ark. So that's Noah from a video that will be at Ark Encounter.
And they're the clothes that were made specially for Noah.
Yep.
He's going to appear on each of the decks of the ark, but the Ark Encounter opens. Do you realize it's a month tomorrow when the Ark Encounter opens?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
So in the next magazine, have you got any articles on that?
So we feature a lot of stuff on the Ark Encounter. We talk about Ark Encounter itself.
This is in the next issue, right?
So this is in the next issue. We just sent this to the printer last week. So this is pretty much the first look at what's coming up. There's some articles here about the behind the scenes of Ark Encounter, the different artists and how it was actually built and created, all of the details on the inside, a lot of information kind of, did you know that Noah's clothing actually has a serpent and a foot crushing the serpent's head woven into Noah's actual clothing? Little details like that.
I didn't know that. There's really a lot of details like that through the whole ark, actually.
Yeah. So I learned a lot of those cool things. And then we also, what I'm excited about is our feature articles in conjunction with the Ark Encounter opening. It's teaching people how Noah could build the ark, how did he care for the animals, what's up with the look of the ark. If you'll notice, the Ark Encounter kind of is a little bit different than what some people think that the ark might have looked like. So we answer those questions in this issue with some of the new research that's out.
So what other articles have we got coming up in the new issue?
So some of the ones that I'm excited about are...
I thought you'd be excited about all of them.
Most all of them. I'm excited about this section in particular, creation on display. We always highlight different animals. This is an octopus. We highlight an animal, show the design features of it and how it glorifies our creator and shows different interesting facts about creatures that show that they're clearly designed and not just random chance. It's a good mix of science and also culture. We talk about the coming young generation and what that generation needs in a biblical perspective.
And all inside has been redesigned too. A totally different
redesigned
look.
Yep. Yeah, we've worked really hard for the last actually several months on it. We brought in some consultants and talked through things with them. They helped us a lot. They're very good at what they do, and they work with a lot of other leading magazines. So we were able to gain some insights from them and then apply it to what we're doing here to continue to strive for excellence.
Well, Dan, you've done an incredible job leading the team in regard to the design of the Answers magazine. Of course, there's a lot of different people involved, the writers that are involved, the researchers that are involved, all sorts of others as well. And of course, the digital version, it has to be all programmed and the things that are done for that.
Right.
I mean, it's just an incredible production. And the fact that you've already won many awards with previous editions, and now we're even taking it to a higher level. Again, we want to be the very best we can, to be first class, to be as good as what is out there in the world. If anything, we want to be the best.
That's right. Yeah, it's always about striving for excellence, I think, and if it's a constant refresh and renewal. And the good thing is we just sent this off to the printer, so I'm kind of almost done with this and about ready to start the next issue. So it's kind of a clean slate. Every issue is a clean slate.
So how long does it take you to put together an issue?
Altogether, it takes a couple months. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of writing and proofing to make sure that everything is accurate. And then we're working on several issues. We're starting one while we're thinking about the one next. So there's kind of a couple always going at the same time.
And the illustrations, some of the illustrations just startling. I mean, obviously some you purchase from places, but some of them we have our own artists do.
There's a lot. We try to get as original as we can. There is illustrations from all over the world too. In this issue alone, there's illustrations from artists in Australia. There's illustrations from artists in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Done specially for the magazine?
Done only for the magazine. Then some artists in Cincinnati even, and then several that are actually on staff here too. So we kind of pull the best from around the world and some of the best people that we have here too.
You know, we've done that for the Ark Encounter as well. as I'm walking through even this past weekend and looking at some of the exhibits that they're installing, and I would say, well, who did this artwork? Well, that was someone who actually did artwork for Lord of the Rings. And
Yeah.
who did this over here? Well, that was one of our artists, or this was an artist from Mexico, or we pull people from all around the world. It's just amazing.
Yep. Yeah, we use artists that have done art for Wired magazine and other nationally known magazines, and we utilize their skills as well. So.
Well, that is incredible. Well, let me see, Dan, while we keep looking there, let me see if we've got some questions here for you. How do we get the magazine? That's an easy one to answer.
Pretty standard question, yeah. You can get it online, answersmagazine.com/subscriptions. You can go there to get it. That's probably the easiest way to get it.
Or they can just go to the answersandgenesis.org website, our main website.
Yep.
Answersandgenesis.org, and look for the link to the magazine.
That's right, Answers Magazine.
But if they just Googled Answers Magazine, it will come up with the way to subscribe to it.
Yep.
So that's an easy one. And if you don't already get the magazine, 70,000 people do, and more than 70,000 people read it, of course. A lot more than that, but I encourage you to be one of those that do. It's an award-winning magazine at a time, what's interesting, at a time when many magazines have gone out of print. We're finding a phenomenal interest in this magazine. I think it's because of the excellence and the subject matter.
Yeah, you can't find anything like this. So even though some magazines kind of are scared about what the future holds, that's because they don't contain such unique information. Yeah.
Information that's cutting edge for our culture today to defend the Christian faith, equipping you. And in the middle, there's also basically, we could call it a little mini kids magazine, couldn't we? Have you?
Yeah, we've actually updated that too.
Can you show us that at all, or can you show us a previous one?
Yeah, let me grab a previous one. And we're actually making this even better too. It's in the inside of the magazine that you just simply can remove.
Okay, can you sort of walk us through that for the kids?
Give to your kids. So the kids magazine is a small little insert that has teaching on 2 panels, and then you can open it up for a poster on whatever the subject matter is, and then some more teaching on the back. What's really exciting is now what we're doing is we're also including activities in the kids section. So things like what's the difference, or can you find the different items in a picture? So we're incorporating the same creation teaching geared towards kids and apologetics teaching, but then just creating more opportunities for them to engage and actually do things and keep them busy and interested in different activities, crossword puzzles, search and finds, different things like that.
So it's really unique. And is the kids magazine, that's online as well?
It is. It's online as well at kidsanswers.org.
And so even the digital version will be having a complete remake as well.
Yep. And a kids section is included in every Answers magazine. It's like 2 magazines in one.
Like 2 magazines in one. And we do have that kids website. What was that again?
kidsanswers.org, I believe.
kidsanswers.org. And Dan, as I sneak out of here, I was just thinking I might give people a little sneak look. Oh yeah, in here, we're live on Facebook right now, and this is some of our social media team. They didn't know I was going to do this, but we'll just come in here. They're all working hard, involved with Twitter and Facebook and doing blogs, and not all of them are here right now, but we have areas like this, cubicles like this, right through this whole building. We have, around 400 staff at Answers and Genesis, and they're all involved in various things. And then our graphic designers that are down further that also work with you in regard to the magazine and lots of other things as well. So there we have it, a little behind the scenes look here at Answers and Genesis. Go to answersandgenesis.org for information on the magazine. You can get that there, answersandgenesis.org. And have a look up our kids website as well. You'll see links to all the websites that we have there. About 25 million unique users a year on our website, actually. And as I said, 70,000 people subscribing to Answers magazine. It's one of the leading Christian magazines in the world, actually. and it's won many, many awards over the years. Just won some more just recently.
Yep.
And Dan is our head graphic designer for the magazine, our lead designer for the magazine. He oversees all of that, and I'm just amazed at what you do and the people you've pulled together to do that. And as you also are involved in looking after each magazine, you've now redesigned the entire magazine,
I'm excited.
taken it to a whole new level. It keeps evolving. Can I say that word?
For this case, yeah. Yeah.
Keeps evolving, and it evolves better and better and better and better, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
But to evolve, it has to have a lot of intelligent input.
That's right. Yeah, we would like to think so. So
It wouldn't happen by itself.
no.
So make sure you check out Answers magazine at answersingenesis.org, and we'll sign off here this afternoon at the Answers in Genesis headquarters right here in Petersburg, Kentucky.